Evening, everyone. Figured I'd come on and just do a fireside chat with everyone and just bullshit, shoot the breeze, you know. Shocker, Stubbs. Hope you guys are having a very good evening tonight. You know, it's my youngest birthday today, so he's in the house having some cake and shit, and I'm out here having a beer or two and enjoying a fire. They're all sitting inside on a nice warm night. Hey, process. No s'mores tonight. The sugar content in that is going to throw out my body, I'll tell you. Now, Stubbs, I'll let him know that you guys wishing him a happy birthday when I get inside later. Or when I see him tomorrow. I don't know how long this is going to go. Probably until my battery runs out. I started about 90 some percent and I'm at 88 now. So, but anyways, the wife told me she's got some good news. She is moving departments in her job to, gee, I don't even know what the fuck it's called. I know she does window framing, the wood pieces, the lineals and shit. And she's moving off a paint and tape line and going to some other place where they're um, actually going through the orders, getting them ready. They're already boxed up and just need to go to get shipped. She's doing something like that. And the people there really want her. So thanks, process. I'll let her know. Or, well, if she comes out, I'll tell her. They might come out for a little bit. So she's pretty happy about that. They're gonna move her probably after the inventory next weekend, and they replace her in tape line. So when I've got the link posted, if anybody wants to come on, just it's a fireside chat. Come on and chat. You know. So that's what's happening with her. Our youngest is nine. Well, he's 19 today, and he's got a pretty good head on his shoulders. He dropped out of school because he wasn't going to get the credits he needed. So he's looking at getting a GED, and he's got a plan in place. He's going to work, get his GED, then he's going to bricklaying school and become a masonry. So, and that pays pretty damn good. There's always going to be a need for it. So I'm supporting him on that and what he wants to do. T-Bone's all you want s'mores. Well, like I said, the sugar content in the marshmallows and the chocolate alone is going to screw me up. Just one of them is going to screw me up tonight. You know, yeah, they do, but they're so goddamn expensive. I think they're wanted between $12 to $18 a pound just for a T-bone, and the advantage is they're pretty damn huge. So then I found out some news myself that my dad is most likely next year going to sell his trike and he's going to get out of riding. He's going to get out of motorcycling altogether. He's 73, and he's got about half of his right foot, which isn't a problem. He can modify the trike for that. But he says he's got dizzy spells here and there, and he doesn't really trust himself on the bike. So, right, Stubbs? The sugar is just alone going to hurt you. Just one is going to hurt you enough that you ain't going to want more. Hey, Lolly, how you doing? Hey, Froggy, thank you all for coming on. Process. I was planning on buying it. He wants 15 grand, and I don't see that trike being worth 15. It's a 2000 Honda Valkyrie Interstate, which is a version of a Goldwing, and it's the only Interstate at the time when he bought it. And he wants 15 for it. And I know it's been in an accident, not his fault. Some dumbass decided to, on a run, decided to cut him off in the rain. Another trike. He went through a cornfield, missed two trees surprisingly, and he went through a barbed wire fence. Did about 10 grand to the bike. Hey, Mexican Money, how you doing? Thank you, Mexican Money. I really appreciate it. I'm going to stop by your channel tomorrow. I've been swinging by there every so often and at work, and I haven't been able to stop to really watch anybody. Probably going to catch up on that this weekend. You know. Oh, the fire's dying down. I'm going to get some more wood on there. But anyways, he wants 15 for it. I say it's worth about 10 or 11. You know, he doesn't want to let it go for less than 15. I understand. My mom needs to get her money out of it. He wants to get some money out of it too. But like I said, I don't see it being worth 15 when I can get a trike pretty similar for about cheaper. So, and plus I've got quite a few more years of riding on twos anyway. So, but anyways, sit back down in my chair. What everybody say? Thank you, Process, for dropping his link. Just looking at the chats. No, so yeah, it's a trike I want. I love it. I know the history. It's got about 55,000 on it. So there's another trike I was looking at. His friend's trike. I think it was a 2003 Honda Valkyrie, and he wanted 20,000 with a bad carburetor that you can't find no more. I said, "Fuck that." you know, um, I can find a a Spider with all bells and whistles for about 13 and newer. So uh, I'm going to just wait it out, see if I can save up enough money for a down payment on it, and you know, go from there. See if I can talk them down from 15 to at least 13. you know. But it's my dad. I don't want to screw him out too bad, you know. And then y'all caught my show about language and clear communication, right? Well, I was just so informed that night when all this happened, hypothetically, so to speak, I guess. Um, my dad is leaving since is thinking about leaving motorcycling, and technically he can still be in the Legion Riders because of health issues. He can still be a part of them. That's how our bylaws and constitution is set up. He's thinking of leaving the director of third district, and he's put my name in for it. Not sure how I feel about that, but it's a position. It gets me more involved with the Legion Riders, and we're not a club. Nope. We're all independent riders. They're just getting together every month and during the summer to get together for a common cause, and that's raise money for veterans. You know, um, I'm kind of catching the chat as it goes up and down as I'm gazing at the fire. So if I don't respond to you, no, don't take any offense. For a minute there, I thought I was reading Brother Love from WWF Mick Foley, but it says Brotherly Love. You know, um, but I got a meeting next Saturday, 1 o'clock, and that where all the districts get together and we do our elections, and I'll be sitting in on that. My dad's getting me all the information, and he's letting them know I'm taking over. Still not sure if I want to do it, and I got one approval I need to for me to do it. So, but it's like I said, we're not a club, just a bunch of people getting together under one banner to raise money for veterans. That's all we're doing. Um, Other than that, I ride independently. I think independently. I just do everything when I ride independently, even where I wear the cut. I still think independent. You know, I've been around the bikes since I was a baby, so this just seems natural for me to do. Move on up a little bit, get more involved. I told the wife earlier this year I wanted to get more involved in the lifestyle. I wanted to go down that rabbit hole. Well, I'm doing it all right. I jumped in feet first, and I haven't looked back. You know, yeah, they're all in the house, apparently staying warm, and it's like 60 some degrees out here, maybe 58, 59. They're all being pussies. Let them be pussies. You know, if the wife was up to it, she would have been out here. She's got to go meet a friend tomorrow to that has I don't know, like some kind of disease, uh, and the insurances won't. approve her medication to stop it. So they just basically told her, fuck you, we're gonna let this take its course, and we're just gonna let you die. And what medications they did approve, she's taking, but it ain't stopping it. I have no idea what it's called, but she falls down a lot. She's constantly breaking bones. Um, it's progressed so far that she's in a wheelchair, and it's basically just ruining her life. And so she's trying to live as best she can. You know, so that's what's going on in there in that part. Um, and like I said, I have a feeling I'm going to be third district director for the Minnesota Legion Riders, but that's all right. I want to get rid of the person who runs the Legacy Run anyway. I think she's a total flipping bitch. Um, yeah, do you guys hear me talk about someone like that? Yeah, they're pretty bad. Uh, the high school cheerleader type, pretty snobby, uptight shit. Yeah, that's her. Um, and her husband is a veteran, and I want to say on the state level, he's commander or something like that. He's something pretty high up in the state. I think he's commander. And then her husband's best friend is the state director for the Legion Riders here in Minnesota. He's an asshole too, but at least he doesn't flaunt it too bad. You know, uh, he rides a Harley, and I've got this in my head that people who ride Harleys are some of the biggest flipping assholes there are, and you really don't want to know them. But see, that's in my head. That's not how things are. How things are is there are some pretty damn nice people who ride a Harley. Yeah, they're assholes, but they're not an asshole to me, and that's what matters. You know, I've seen, I've been around Hell's Angel clubs when I was a kid. Um, they were in my dad's last club growing up, former ones that sobered up, and most of them I liked. There's a few that I really didn't give a shit about, and when my dad saw that I didn't want to be around these people, he didn't hang around with them afterwards too much. Um, they used me as a way to weed their friends out. Hey, Randy, how you doing? Like I said, I got the link in there. If anybody wants to come on and join me, so that's what's going on with me right now. Thinking about putting the bike away in a couple weeks. I ain't gonna have much time to ride after this. So, and I'm having a Guinness because this old boy he ain't gonna sit out here at a fire and not have a beer. That's just blasphemy, I tell you. But it's also blasphemy that I ain't having s'mores either. But one, I really don't like chocolate, and two, I don't want to up my blood sugars really bad. So Hey, Jamin. Looking at the chat again. So, oh, I'm going to have to put more wood on this fire. Been talking to my boss. He leaves me out as his bullshit as much as possible. I got a couple crystals on each side of one on each side of my office door so that he doesn't come in my office and really fuck things up for me. Since I put them in there, he comes in for maybe 3-4 seconds, tells me some shit, maybe a minute at the max, and then he's out of there. And then I got all that time to myself to finish my job and do what I need to do. You know, so because I got those crystals in there, he leaves me alone. And if you haven't figured out, yeah, I do tend to go down that way when it comes to beliefs and oh, it's just who I am, you know. Get that fire back up. You know, got a pretty good stash of wood over here. Just waiting for it all back. It should pop back up here pretty quick. Those coals are still pretty hot. When I dump water on it tonight, I'm going to go about 3 5-gallon pails just to cool it off because I'm getting it so damn hot. Get that big piece of wood to go. I got some shelves from the middle boy and they fell apart. I said I'll burn them, and that's what I'm doing here now is getting some of that burnt out. No, I didn't get kicked out of the house for my communication episode. Um, and I don't have a doghouse out here either. I got some pretty big fucking possums though. They like to run the back part of my yard, and the dogs like to corner them. And I'm not sure what I had when I came out here. There was something milling around by the fence here by the house. Must have found a hole and got away. Yeah, I'm having a good time, Randy. I'm just the only one out here. Everyone's in the house, and I'm, you know, since the youngest boy's birthday today, they're all in there celebrating, and I'm the one out here. You know. Oh yeah, process. I got that. My garage is a car and a half long. I could probably, if I take out the workbenches, I can probably get 2 vehicles on each side. I think so. I haven't tried it yet, and I don't want to try it. Um, and it's got a pretty decent loft up there. When we bought this place, the people who had it before us had a huge flat screen TV up there on a base, and they had couches and a bed, They got shop lights up there, and they used to have poker nights up there. And I came along and said, "Get rid of the TV. I don't want it. I ain't gonna be spending all my time up here. I gotta put shit up there for storage. Otherwise, and plus, when it's summer out, it gets too fucking hot up there. I don't want to be up there. you know. And also, I because I'm so tall in the peak, I hit my head on that and the roofing nails. So yeah, I really don't want to be up there. I'd rather be down on the main level, working on my bike and shit, and having a beer and stuff like that. But yeah, my garage is about at least you can't get two cars in. It's at least a car and a half long, and it's pretty wide too. And we're thinking about adding a pretty big shed onto the back here in the next year or two. Maybe in a day or two I can do it when it's not raining. I'll walk out, do a video in my backyard and shit, so you guys can see things. You know, I'm walking away from my beer. Right, Lolly? That's not punishment at all. Um, I got to get a hold of a friend of mine and get her aunt's phone number so I can go hunt, see if I can go hunting on their land here in a couple weeks. Get my um, ground blind set out there. I should have had it out there about a month or two ago, but she wasn't talking to me then because she was pissed off at a friend of hers for dating my wife's middle boy, which I really don't care about. But it is what it is, and she's back with her ex, even though she tells me that she's not. I'm not stupid, you know. She spent all 7 weekends pretty much in his tent and not in hers. Yeah, I know that it doesn't mean they're having sex, but I got a pretty good idea that they are. She's back living with them, so you tell me. Yeah, I don't. The Yamaha Raider is a good bike. I just don't like the look. You know, um, I just don't like the look. I love how low they sit. No, it sits about as low as the V Star. So, but otherwise, they're a damn good bike. Yeah, got to get rid of the sport bike. You know, I'm not. I don't like sport bikes, if you can tell. you know, um, I just had too many bad experiences with people on sport bikes. That's all. Um, other than they sound like they're whining so bad that it sounds like the engine's gonna blow. So I'd rather ride a Victory than a sport bike. Sorry, Gray. And the dogs are out. Can you hear them? The wife came out to let the dogs out. Yeah, Jamin, I got the Vulcan Vaquero, the 1700, the bagger. You know, see, that's the thing. I got that bagger because I like to cruise. I'm not worried about the speed. I do 75, 80, but you know, If people want to go that fast on a sports bike, they should, my thinking is go to a track. And she let them all back in. Look at that. Oh, there's one stretching her legs. And she wants back in. I'm gonna go let her in here. There you go, sweetheart. But my 1700, I call her red velvet because she's red and black. Yeah, and the only one that was barking was the mini Aussie, as we call him Chibs. That's his name. And Sunday you're going to be at the track. Good, good. Um, a lot of people here don't realize that you can go to the track and race uh, and get the speed that you want on your bike and just get it out of your system. But no, they do. They race the streets here and weave in and out of traffic, and they can't understand why um, cages don't want anything to do with them and cut them off and won't let them maneuver around on the road. But they'll let me do what I want. Apple Valley's got a track? I didn't know that. I forgot, Mexican money, that you live here in Minnesota. I forgot about that. You know. um, damn, I'm going to sit my ass back down. Standing up is hard work, especially when you have a beer. You know. How are you guys enjoying tonight? You're taking the Z125. Well, you gonna take some video of that and post it up? I would love to see that. You know. Oh, you're in California. Yeah, we got an Apple Valley here. That's about 45 minutes south, east of me a little bit. I'm in Anoka, Minnesota, and Apple Valley ain't that far away from me. You know. Um, and California's got the roads to do that. We just don't have them here. You know. So, but anyways, where was I? Definitely not in my own head. And apparently, as I was told, there's a meteor shower tonight. I do believe it peaks tonight. Yep, because it's the 21st. And it's cloud cover here. I can see partials of the sky. Hey, Dark, how you doing? Hey, Devil, how you doing? Welcome. Welcome in. It's a very warm fire. I got a piece of that particle board on there, and that sucker ain't burning very well. Burning pretty good on the one side, but the other, it ain't doing shit. So, You're smoking, Jamin. In Mexico, yeah, I'm jealous of you. You got 80% right. Yeah, you can almost ride year round out there. Shit, my bike's gonna be in put away for the next. Well, if I put it away in November, beginning November, shit, that'll be one, two, three, damn near 5 months before I can get that fucker back out. Process. I love you guys. Picking on each other. You Um, but yeah, we'll start getting our bikes out right around mid-April. That's when we get our bikes out again. And then I hear people down south bitching about us people from the north because they get their bikes out and they don't uh, they don't remember how to ride. It's like they don't remember how to ride. Well, I'm sitting there going, well, you goddamn people from the south and west coast who don't get snow come over here and ride around in the snow and piss us off. Because most of the accidents we have were from people out of state in the wintertime. But we do get the occasional person who doesn't know what the fuck they're doing when they're up here anyway. And that's people from the state. So don't feel too bad. um, there. When I go down to Arkansas, I get treated like a foreigner, you know, because they see I'm from the north and they treat me like shit, you know. So see about getting that fucker to burn some more. It's particle board, so I might just have to toss it. You know, I got some wood that I'm going through here pretty good from the wife's job. So we'll get that fucker going back again. What wood is this? What wood is this? I don't know what wood that is. That's all right. And it won't break either. But we'll burn the fucker. I got all kinds of wood down here. Oh, rotting fence post. Don't want to burn that. That fucker smells like shit. Oh well. We'll throw it on there. Oh, a friend of mine gave me some rotting fence posts, and I started burning it, and then next thing you know, went to bed, and boy, did I smell pretty bad. Instead of like regular wood, where you smell pretty good, boy, did I had to take a shower because I smelled that bad. Now where are we at? There we go. Yeah, I've got enough wood on that fucker to warm me up for a good 15 minutes. Anyone want to come on in on the panel and shoot the shit? I'll post that link in there if you want. You know, it's in there somewhere, more toward the top of the chat. You know. You're pantsless. Bullshit. You ain't pantless. You're topless. You know, Lolly likes to see men topless. You know, I don't want to trip over my like fire shit. Might have to drop the link again. All right. That I can do. There we go. I dropped it again. It depends on the man there, Lolly. You know, I know some men that are so big you don't want to see topless. You know, and I thought I had some man boobs. No, these guys got bigger boobs than I do. Um, but no, it's all fun. You know, it's all fun. You know, I walk around topless in my house every so often. You know, what am I? Let's see. I got to find out when our Halloween parade is, seeing as we are the Halloween capital of the world. We got a pretty big parade. I think it lasts about an hour. But if it's this Saturday, I can't go to it. If it's next Saturday, I won't be around. I'll be in St. Cloud. I'll be about an hour north. So, and I was going to get a live done on that, but if I'm not going to be around, I can't do it. Yeah, I wear a shirt at the pool too. Process. You know, I don't mess around with that. Um, when I go in the hot tub, I do take my shirt off, but otherwise, when I'm swimming, I don't. I wear my shirt. You know, um, I've always been that way since I was a kid. Um, Never did like taking my shirt off in pools and stuff, but for swimming lessons, you kind of have to. You know. Hey, look, that particle board's burning up. Yeah, I'll rock that shit. You know. Um, I'm gonna have to take my shirt off on my lives inside the house when the ladies are on because they all want me to take my shirt off. You know, it's you know how do I say that? YouTube porn. No, I'm not banned from the hot tubs. No, I rock that shit. I sit in there and fart because then they can't tell my bubbles from the hot tub bubbles. You know. Oh, I got about 8 tats. I want more. I'm not. I didn't go hog crazy and tattoo everything up. No, if I did, and there's that damn thing on my fence again. Hopefully, it ain't a mouse. If it's a mouse, that fucker's gonna die anyway. I got so much poison in my basement. Dogs don't go down there. It ain't a furnished basement. I can barely stand up in that fucker. Soft tube porn, right? That's the hardest. That's the most porn you're gonna see on YouTube is guy with his shirt off. You know, maybe walking around in his boxers. That's about it. You know, but yeah, there's. Um, Seeing as we are pretty much German and Scandinavian in this state, a lot of people do have the hot tubs and saunas sitting outside. And during the winter, they go in them, sit outside them for about 10 minutes, and they go right back inside, and they never get sick. Never, you know. So, but yeah, hot tubs and saunas are a big part of this state. Actually, when we bought the house, they had one sitting on the right next to our basement entry. We got one of them old style basement doors, and some somewhere along the way, because our house is from the 1880s, somewhere in there, they built steps. They dug down and put steps into the door, and then built it up, and then they put a hot tub next to it. Um, when we bought it, they had um, a dead koi pond on top of that. You know, they had the plastic in there, but all the fish and shit were gone. So we got rid of that. I don't want no koi pond on my um, outside basement steps. Fuck that. Yeah, we got a very high um, Hispanic population around here in the cities. Also, a huge Somalian um, population. The more outside Minneapolis, St. Paul you go, the less you see it. But the Hispanics that we have here, most are pretty decent. They want to work, you know. Um, they're just trying to make money to raise their families, and they send the money, some of it back home. What I don't like is they claim 910 dependents on their W-2, you know, and I think they claim differently for the taxes, but they get all this money back and send it home. And I'm surprised they haven't got caught yet for fraud because I know for a fact they ain't got 910 people in a 3-bedroom house, you know. So one of them tried to sell me a motorcycle. I looked at him and said, "No, I've got two. I don't need another one." He goes, "You got two?" I said, "Yeah, I got mine in the waves, and she hasn't ridden this year, so it's basically mine anyway." And then he turned around and left. I never heard from him again. He was selling me trying to sell me a Honda Shadow that's been customized. And I have nothing against Honda Shadows. They're great bikes. Just didn't need a third bike right now. I'm trying to find a old VW trike to throw in the garage for me to work on, or just a regular, or just a bike for about a grand or 1,500 just to throw in the garage and work on for a while. Turn around and sell it for a little bit more. You know, maybe I'll get my Harley that way. Oh, you heard the sirens, huh? um, that was an ambulance actually. Um, the street I live on is one of the main thoroughfares through town, and, and I one end I got the highway about 2 blocks down. They exit off that, fly by my house, and I got a hospital about 3 miles from my house. So they use this main road to get to that hospital. You know, so that's what that is. It's mostly ambulances that drive up and down here, and on a Saturday afternoon, actually Saturday day, I can sit out in my yard and count how many times they go back and forth with their lights on. I think one day I got up to 15. And I told the wife I'm going to put a no siren zone sign in my front yard. And she goes, try it. I said, I'm going to. They ain't going to follow it, but I want to. You're trapped in your Halloween costume, huh? That's right. What is your Halloween costume, by the way? Oh, phone's at 64%. I've been going on almost an hour. Wow. So every once in a while we'll get a fire truck that comes through. Well, you're the Pink Ranger. Are you wearing a tutu by the chance? All right, let's see what we got here. It's been a long day for you. Time for that old man to hit the sack, and good night and stay safe. All right, Froggy, you stay safe, and keep that rubber side down. You guys got some longer riding season than I do, not by much, but you stay safe. You know, you stay safe. Power Ranger. Power Ranger. Oh, Jesus Christ, a fucking Power Ranger. Goddamn kids. You know. Next thing you know, you're probably going to say you watch the Thundercats too. She's calling you out there, Process. You got to get this fire going again. Yep, Process, you've been called out. Let's see if I can. Shit, I'm starting to run out of wood. That's all right. That's all right. The wife can get more. They got a lot of scrap wood at her job, so, and I got a lot of scrap wood at my job. So yeah, I can get more. Get this fucker going again. Look at all that. And it's not dry here, so it ain't gonna burn. The grass ain't gonna burn, so we're actually gonna be getting rain here pretty quick. Monday. I got a wedding rehearsal I gotta be at tomorrow at 5:30 that I'm officiating. So the wedding is on Sunday at about 3:30. But when I got my tablet charging up with the ceremony on it and do the rehearsal, do the wedding, then Monday it's going to rain. I can grab the wrong gear bottle. This fire is going to get rocking now. Let's see what's going on. So yeah, that's pretty much going on with me at the moment. Nothing really too exciting, you know. I got to get some content going for the Biker Roadhouse. Start working on that a little bit more. You know, I've been concentrating on this channel to get this going more. And the Biker Roadhouse has been suffering a little bit, so I got to get that worked that up, and I got to find a topic. You know, maybe oh gee, bikers that are full of shit. Maybe that would be a good topic. Nah. How to store your bike for the winter. That's a good 5-minute video. Because all you basically got to do, put it in its spot, pull the battery, make sure it's got a full tank with some stable in it. There you go. It's put away for the winter. Maybe change the oil. I got to change the oil in mine and the way it's spiked before I put it away, though. You know, so no, I got to start working on the Biker Roadhouse a little bit. I'm thinking because Rick can't come in XS 650. He's been working it off a lot, and so I've got one guy I know that I want to bring in as a co-host, and I got to talk to him. But I'm thinking of bringing in another co-host to the Biker Roadhouse to get that pretty hopping, you know. Um, oh, the wife must have took her oldest boy home. I just heard her lock the car. Maybe not because she didn't park it in the garage. I don't know what she's doing. Anyways. Hey, Paul, how you doing? But yeah, I'm going to be looking for a host or two for the Biker Roadhouse. Um, you know, maybe ask for some help from the, Stubbs, Jamin, and Randy from the unaffiliated to help me out a little bit. They got their shows on Wednesday night at 5:30. Um, I think everybody here is sub to them. If not, process. If you're still on, can you drop their link, please? I very much appreciate it. You know, um, but yeah, I'm gonna start working on that one a little bit more. Like I said, just finding topics and content to use for that. Um, it's not easy, but there's somebody out there who you know is starting to give me some content because you know what they say is a bunch of fucking bullshit. You know, like how to tell you got a great friend. Um, shit like that. Great content. Great content for me. I'll even give them credit too. Yeah, you know, they want to. This creator wants to say how bad people are. I want to turn around and say how good people are because if you're concentrating on the bad, that means you're not looking for the good. And I look for the good in people. And usually when I do that, the bad usually pops up within time, But I always find the good in people because it doesn't pay to always look for the bad. It doesn't pay to always expect the worst. Oh, those fuckers are going up pretty high. Maybe I should let that fucker die down a little bit. Got some hot coals flying way up there. I gotta watch them as they come down. Well, one went out, and the other one just went out. I mean, it's pretty bad when they fly up way past my garage. Thank you, Shacker. I try to be good. I try to. I treat people the way they want to be treated. That's always been my way. Even when I got bullied when I was in school, I was always nice. And then one day I just couldn't take it no more, and I beat three of them up. Not all in one day, but I beat three of them up. One pissed me off so bad that his his sister liked me a lot and had a crush on me, and so we hung out for a little bit. Well, then he left me alone because I was hanging out with his sister. Well, a mutual friend of ours decided he wanted to bully me and challenged me to a fight, and I walked down there and kicked the shit out of him. Got him down on the ground. I gave him a black eye and grabbed him by the throat and looked at him and said, "You ever treat me this way again, I will make sure you won't walk and you're going to go to the hospital." And I let go of his throat, got up, and I kicked him really hard in the ribs. So I'm pretty sure I broke his ribs. Never fucked with me after that, I tell you. Always hope for the best, prepared for the worst. You'll Well, you're the devil. You would kill us all. you know. Um, I even kicked the shit out of one of my best friends too. And we talked and stuff all through high school, but after high school, he quit talking to me. And every time I tried talking to him to get together, he never answers. So that friendship is pretty much done. I wasn't going to let him walk all over me anymore, so I kicked the shit out of him. You know, I was a junior in high school. I was building a gun cabinet in wood shop, and one of the seniors came up to me. I had gym class. So it was an elective, so I could do whatever I want. And this guy lost his gun cabinet plans, and he was always bullying me. He'd walk down the steps from the top floor, and he'd see me in the morning, and he goes, "What are you looking at?" I said, "I don't know. I'm still trying to figure it out." He goes, "How would you like it if I throw you through that window?" And I said, "That's fine because I'll get right back up, come through the door, and I'll through throw you through on the other one." He goes, looks at me, and goes, "You're a crazy motherfucker." I said, "Yeah, and don't you forget it, asshole." And then he walked away with his friends. Well, like I said, I learned that he had misplaced or lost his gun cabinet plans. And I went up to him in gym class, and I said, "Hey, I hear you lost your gun cabinet plans." He goes, "Yeah." I said, "If you want, you can use mine as well. I'm building a gun cabinet too. I don't think I'm building I think yours is styled a little differently, but you can have the basic plans and stuff." And he looked at me and goes, "I thank you very much, but our teacher's he's got me another set of plans. He's got me some replacement plans." And I said, "All right, just remember if you want to borrow them, they're there." And after that, he quit picking on me, and anybody else decided to come pick on me, he was right there and kicked the shit out of them for me, so I didn't have to do anything. I didn't have to be a badass anymore, you know. But after that, I quit beating the shit out of people because I never got in trouble either. I never went to jail or nothing. I never got to court, nothing. But the one that bullied me through, when I was a kid, after high school, he got put in jail so many times. He said I had to quit. Because I saw him at the 10 year, and I said, "You're pretty skinny. What happened?" He goes, "I've been in jail too many times. I had to quit starting fights." I said, "Yeah, I quit drinking too, you fucker." He looked at me and said, I said, "You know how much shit trouble you gave me that I had from you when I was growing up?" I said, "All the problems I had were from you." Never once did that fucker apologize. But, I don't have to see him. I don't deal with him. So, last I knew, he got married, has a house down by where I work. If I find out, his grill is going to go missing someday. I'll take his grill and put it in my car, my truck, and then away I'll go. I don't want to hurt him. You know, I think he's pretty much paid for all the shit that he's done in his life. You know, but at our 30-year reunion, he saw the person I became. You know, he knew he knows I ride. He knows who I hang out with. he's pretty much left me alone. So plus he looks like he grew up. And shit, they're coming to take me away. Ho ho ha ha. You know. So and those, no, not sure if that's a cop or an ambulance that's coming that was flying by. Probably an ambulance. Very rarely do we get cops flying by. And when they do, you can you hear the sound, you hear the siren, but you also hear um, the shit in the lights too. That as they're swinging, you hear all that too. Kind of sounds like a swoosh sound as they're. Um, Sometimes we hear the siren. We hear that before they hear the siren, and the shit. The siren's been going. We hear the whoo 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 whoo. It's like, damn, is it a helicopter come flying down the street? You know. So, damn, I've been keeping this fire going for way over an hour. I'm a pretty good fire builder. I keep this fucker going. I got some other pretty decent wood on the pile too. Keeping it for another day. You know. What do you guys got going on for the weekend? You know, you're hearing me talk about myself and all this shit. You know. All right. Have a good night. You're out of here. I'll do that, Shocker. I was just telling the wife about you wanting to meet up with us sometime, and she's all for it. Next time we go through, we'll let you know, and maybe we can meet up. How about that? Thanks, Paul. You know that it was nice meeting you on Sunday. It really was, and I never put two and two together on who you were when I saw you Sunday, and I'm like Paul's books and movies. I said, I'm like, I don't. I was watching you and stuff, and met you, and I didn't put two and two together until I saw your last show, and then you said hi, and you said we meet. I'm like, that's right. I met him on Sunday, you know, and I met your woman too. I think yeah, I'm pretty sure she's your woman, because you guys left pretty much the same time, you know. So, but yeah, um, I wouldn't mind getting together again with you, Paul. Um, I like talking to you with you, you know. Um, I really did, you know. I love meeting people, and I love talking to people. I love sitting out in public, people watching too. So um, I love sitting at Mall of America to people watch because there's some of the people walk by wearing the craziest, stupidest shit you've ever seen. You know, and I thought me wearing t-shirt and jeans in Mall of America was pretty bad. Now you got this woman with her hair all this way and that way with the hair picked in her hair, and she's wearing this top and those bottoms and slippers, and it's like, you really let her out of the house that way, you know? So I love the people watch, and the best place to actually people watch is a state fair because If you think you're normal, just go to the state fair and you're going to find 10 people that will verify that you are normal. I should say, if you think you're crazy, go to a state fair because you'll get people that, yeah, verify that you're pretty fucking normal. You know. But then again, I'm not normal. I'm a Minnesotan. I live in a place that has 20 below temperatures for 2 weeks. Yeah. Nothing happened in St. Paul. It's about damn time. You know, you guys had all that shit from the riots. I feel for you. You know, never should have happened. Never. You know, never should have happened in Minneapolis either. But it did. It's not happening anymore. I've done that. Super Walmart at 3 a.m. Oh yeah, you know, you meet some of the weirdest people in a Walmart at that time. You really, really do, and you actually move away from them because you don't know what the fuck's gonna happen. I mean, seriously, I've seen some people. I'm like, damn, and just got the fuck out of that aisle. You know, and then when they left, I went back in there. It's like I don't know what the fuck was gonna happen if I was around them. You know. Then the Walmart greeters, they're supposed to be stopping the employees checking their receipts. No, they're stopping everybody. And technically, they're not supposed to be stopping people because, um, yeah, they're looking for theft, but they see you go through the line, you know, and they still stop you. You know how many times I've walked by and not shown them my receipt, and they threatened, and they tried to stop me. I'm like, I don't give a shit. I got my receipt. I ain't got to show it to you, and just kept right on walking. They never did anything after that. When I go camping, Paul, I do. I sit. I have a fire going till about 11, 12 o'clock, and the wife and I will just climb into bed and sleep in until 8, 9 o'clock, until it starts getting unbearable in the tent from the sun. You know, even with the windows open. But yeah, even when I was a kid on camping trips with the clubs, I'd be up till 12, 1 o'clock. And then my dad would tell me I got to go to bed. You know, they wanted some adult time. Well, the adult time was tell the kids to go to bed, and we'd go in the tent, and they all doing the same shit as we were when we were out there, swearing, drinking, feeling the women up and shit. Oh yeah, they were doing all that shit. You know. Then my dad left. He got he quit going on runs. That's what it was, and that all went came to a stop. He left his last club, and oh god, I want to say late '80s, early '90s. He left. Um, he was talking something about the COC wanting to put a wanting the clubs to put a patch on, and he said fuck that and left. You know, almost been 20 years for you and the wife. Awesome. 20 years. Shit, if I was still with my first wife, I would have been over 20 years, but I left her. Didn't need that negativity in my life. You know, she wanted to sleep with every other guy, and I didn't, you know, and I only wanted her, and realized that for the last 2 years of our marriage that, we really didn't love each other anymore. We loved each other, but we weren't in love with each other, and it was over. You know, it's just I'm the one who decided to call it quits, and I moved on and married my wife I have now, and I've been happy ever since. You know, anytime I want to hang out, just Facebook. I'll do that. Um, on you, I'm lost for word on Lori's Facebook, because if you are, I'll look for you and I'll friend request you. Kind of surprised she's not here right now. You know, but let's see, what else can I talk about? Never piss on a fire because it stinks. It's one of the worst smells you'll ever. I can't describe the smell because I haven't done it since I was a kid. You know, um, let's see. Talk mentioned about the meteor shower that's supposed to peak today, but we got cloud cover, so good luck on seeing that. Um, let's see. What else can I talk about? Well, let's see. Actually, I can't think of anything. But I'm trying to figure out why the wife has not put her car in the garage. It is 9:42. Her car is still out there. She had to take her oldest boy home. All right, yeah, move this over here. Yep, you're under the. All right, I'll look for you and I'll send you a friend request later. I'm not going to do that right now. I'm going to let the fire die out and then I'll call it quits. Being it's almost 10 o'clock and I got to get sleep and get ready for tomorrow. But the wife's middle boy um, got pneumonia. I believe it was last week before, and the wife and the youngest had COVID, and he wanted to come stay with us. I said no. I've got two sick people in the house already. I don't need a third. And what happened is he was asked to leave the place where he was living, staying at, and so he was pretty much homeless. And the wife went to go pick him up to bring him to where he was going to stay, and that fell through, and he ended up staying with us for 4 days. And I voiced my opinion and my thoughts on that to the wife, and we told them, I said, you know what? Friday, you're out. You got to go. You're no longer, you can't be here no more. And he was trying to worm his way out of it so he could stay. And We said no. Friday you got to go, and took him to a hotel. Paid 130 for that. He paid that. We didn't. Well, then the next day he calls us up and says, "Hey, can you?" Well, Saturday we were taking a dog. We had a foster dog that went to its forever home. Saturday came back and I stopped at the Lakeville Harley Davidson to get some poker chips to send out to people. And he calls, texts us and says, "Hey, can we pick him up and bring him to this place?" So he had already had all his stuff when he went to my oldest boy's house, and he was going to force people or someone to take him in because he didn't want to pay for another hotel room. So, um, so any plans for Halloween? Not really. I've got. Um, you probably didn't hear this from me before. Is I don't know when our parade is, our Halloween parade, but if it's tomorrow, I won't be around. Next Saturday, I won't be around at all. I got a third district meeting for the Legion Riders that I'll be at, and I believe by that time I'll be the third district rep, which is all right. Thanksgiving, I'm not sure. Christmas, we're supposed to be going to the wife's house, not the wife's mom's house uh, for a family get together in Wisconsin. Um, Maybe we can get together on Thanksgiving or something, you know. Um, Maybe you and your wife can come over here or something. We You dated back in school, lost track of each other for 37 years, and found each other again after your first husband passed away. It's been That's awesome, Molly. That is very, very awesome. That is very awesome, Molly. I'm happy for you and Froggy. I really am. Um, Not too many things happen like that, you know. You guys are true. You guys are good for each other. I'm really, really happy for you. I really am. And maybe next year we can meet up. We got plans to go to North Carolina to meet uh, Lost for Words, and on the way back we want to swing through Ohio to meet a friend. And I would sure love to come through Indiana and meet you and Froggy. Really would. You know, go out see a friend and come back and meet two friends I've been talking to and haven't met. You know, I really would love to do that. Yeah, Indiana is going to be on the way because we want to go come back up through Ohio. A friend of ours is, God, I can't remember the town he lives in, but um, he's not too far from, what is it, that amusement park, Cedar Point or something like that. He's not too far from there. And I want to come through Indiana, and I want to swing up somehow and miss the toll roads through Illinois because I don't want to give them any money. You know? And I was talking to the wife about that, and she's all for it. So I think next year we're going to start making plans to do that. If we don't go to North Carolina, we're definitely going to head that way somehow. I want to do Gettysburg, so we might just do that. You know, so but let's see what time I got. Almost 10 o'clock. You're southern. Yeah, you're in the southern, closer to Louisville. I told the wife that. Yeah, I think you're on that. Yeah, you were on that night when I told her about that. It is. I've been to Indianapolis once back when I was in my 20s, and I haven't been back since. I would love to get back out that way. Beautiful, beautiful country out there. I also want to go into the Smoky Mountains a little bit and experience that. Very beautiful. You know, I've been out all over on the west, except for Oregon and Washington. I haven't been to Texas. I don't think I was in Oklahoma, but I haven't been out east hardly at all. So I want to head out that way. A lot of our nation's history is out there. I love the Old West, but the colonial stuff too. That's awesome. I want to go to Salem in Massachusetts to experience that shit. Um, Very wealth of our nation's country. A lot of history there. So, and with that, I'm going to call this an evening, guys. And the fire's died out, and it's almost 10 o'clock, and I got things to do tomorrow. So, I'm going to say goodnight. I thank you all for coming on and chatting with me tonight and being part of the fire, sitting by the fire. You know, we have not been west much except for Texas. Yep, and the wife is coming out with the dogs for last piece, so that's my sign. Lolly, if you and Froggy ever decide to come out this way, if you ever go to South Dakota or anything, you want to come out this way, let me know. We're just north of the cities, and we'll give you a little place to stay. You know, but yeah, this is my sign. Dogs are out, fire's out, and I thank everyone for coming on tonight and sitting by the fire. And with that, I'm going to say, y'all be safe, keep the rubber side down, and don't do anything that I wouldn't do. Have a good night, all.